Join me as I dive into an alternate timeline and explore what would happen if Bush never made it to the White House. Alternate history is a fascinating concept that allows us to reimagine the course of human events. And today, we're going to explore one of the most intriguing what-if scenarios of all time. What if George W. Bush never reached the White House? The implications are staggering, and a potential impact on American politics and global events is immense. The war on terror, which defined Bush's presidency, would likely have unfolded very differently without him at the helm. The 9/11 attacks may have still occurred, but the response would have been vastly altered, potentially leading to a more measured and multilateral approach. The invasion of Iraq, which was strongly criticized by many, may not have happened at all, or at the very least, would have been delayed and carried out under different circumstances. The 2008 financial crisis, which was exacerbated by Bush's policies, would have likely been handled differently by another president. The stimulus package, the bailouts, and the entire approach to addressing the crisis would have been shaped by a different set of priorities and ideological leanings. Additionally, the Bush era was marked by a significant shift to the right in American politics, which may not have occurred without his presidency. The Tea Party movement, which emerged in the late 2000s, may have looked very different or not existed at all, leading to a fundamentally altered political landscape. In this alternate reality, it's possible that the Democratic Party would have maintained its grip on power, and progressive policies may have advanced more quickly. The political careers of figures like Dick Cheney, Condoleezza Rice, and Donald Rumsfeld would have likely been very different, and new leaders may have risen to prominence in their place. The role of international leaders like Tony Blair, Vladimir Putin, and Jacques Chirac would have been significantly altered, as they would have been dealing with a different American president. The entire dynamic of global politics would have shifted, leading to unpredictable consequences. One pivotal moment that would drastically change without Bush in office is the response to the 9/11 attacks. Without the Bush administration's hawkish approach, the invasion of Afghanistan may have looked very different, and the war on terror may have been fought under a different banner. The Iraq War, which was heavily criticized for being a distraction from the war on terror, may not have happened at all. The consequences of this alternate reality are staggering. The Middle East may have looked very different, with fewer destabilizing forces at play. The war on terror may have been won more quickly, or at the very least would have been fought more effectively. The global war on terror, which was a defining feature of the Bush era, may have looked very different with different allies, different enemies, and different strategies. So, what do you think? How do you think the world would have turned out without Bush in the White House? Let me know in the comments below, and be sure to check out my other videos on historical what-ifs.